If you are sick and tired of working a job you hate or saying no to social plans because you can't afford it, then 2025 is the year that completely changes. If you're tired of scrolling, watching endless videos that promise the world but never quite deliver, then this is the only guide that you'll ever need to find a side hustle that works for you. My name's Faye and I started a side hustle 5 years ago alongside my medical degree, and my life has never been the same since. Not only did it give me financial freedom when I did not have family money to fall back on, but I was also able to work on something I love on my terms. Side hustles aren't just about extra income, they're about reclaiming your time, exploring your passions, and ultimately building a life that actually excites you. Today, I'll walk you through 7 easy side hustles, backed by research that could help you make 2025 your most productive and fulfilling year yet. And stick around until the end because I may or may not be lifting the lid on the reality of content creation as a side hustle that you don't often hear about. So let's jump in with number 1. Wealth seeds. Have you ever felt like investing was only for people with a finance degree or fortunes in the bank? I get it, the world of stocks and shares can seem daunting, especially when every news article you read tends to predict doom and gloom. It can make you wonder whether it's even worth getting involved at all. But here's the twist. Investing isn't about timing the market or having piles of cash. The only thing you need is consistency. There's actually research that shows those who invest regularly, even if it's only a small amount, are much more likely to see long-term growth than those who try and time the market perfectly, meaning that you don't even have to have that much knowledge to start. And here's something else that's super important to consider. There's a significant disparity when it comes to men and women and investing. According to a 2020 study by Fidelity Investments, women invest 40% less than men. This gap could be due to a number of factors like lower confidence in investing and fewer women engaging in wealth building opportunities. However, there is a silver lining. Research by Morningstar in 2021 found that women who do invest actually outperform men by an average of 0.4% annually. This shows us that women have incredible potential when it comes to investing. It's just about getting started. Investing isn't just about securing your future, it's a powerful tool for empowerment. With the constant battle that you face as a professional woman weighing up your biological clock and career progression, investing early can offer financial flexibility that makes that choice easier. I would love to make a full video all about fertility and your career and all the myths and facts that come along with it. So if that is something that you would be interested in, then make sure to hit the subscribe button so you do not miss it. The great news is that there are investment platforms that make it super easy, even for beginners, to invest responsibly and build wealth. Trusted platforms like Vanguard, Fidelity, or Hargreaves Lansdown offer low-cost entry points, educational resources, and tools to help you get started and track your progress. These platforms take out a lot of the guesswork involved in investing, which allows you to focus on the long-term goal, building wealth that works for you. Imagine starting with just £100 a month. With the power of compound interest in just 30 years with an average return of 7%, you could end up with £100,000 just by being consistent. I've got a full video on my personal investment routine that I will link here, but a new technique that I've started that I would really like to share is direct impulse investing. I do talk about impulse investing in my previous video, but direct impulse investing is something slightly different. This is where if I have the impulse to buy something that I probably don't need, not only will I instead invest the money that I would have spent on the impulse purchase, but I will invest that money into the company I was going to buy the product from. Because if I was going to impulse buy it, their marketing team must be doing something right. Not only does it curb my impulse spending, but it also keeps investing fun and not just an activity reserved for old men in suits. Number 2, digital alchemy. Do you ever feel like your hobbies are just hobbies and not particularly useful? You are probably underestimating the value of what you know. But here's the thing, the internet has completely flipped that mindset on its head. What seems like a simple everyday hobby or skill to you could be groundbreaking and life-changing for someone else. My favorite piece of advice of all time that I heard when I was starting my side hustle is, don't assume what's obvious to you is obvious to everyone else. The e-learning market in particular is booming. Studies show that the global e-learning market is expected to reach over £375 billion by 2026. That is a huge opportunity. Think about it. People are willing to pay for insight, skills, and knowledge that help them grow. Whether that's learning a new skill, gaining a new hobby, or improving their personal or professional lives. And the best bit is you don't even need to be a seasoned expert to start. You don't need to have years of formal education behind you. You just need to be passionate about what you're sharing and happy to take others along for the journey. So maybe you love calligraphy. What if you turned that passion into a paid resource for others? Or maybe you're a pro at organising and you could teach others how to create stunning digital planners. Whatever your interests, there's a market just waiting for you to lock in. 3, handcrafted cash flow. Do you ever find yourself immersed in a creative project, whether it's designing, crafting, or building, and think, God, I wish I could do this every single day? Many of us dream about turning our creative passions into thriving businesses, but when it comes to selling physical products, the journey can feel daunting. What products should you sell? How do you know it will resonate with your target market? And then there's the headache of managing inventory, handling shipping, figuring out the marketing, and suddenly your creative passion project is a lot more work than fun. The key to making this work lies in choosing products, whether it's custom t-shirts with unique designs, motivational mugs, handmade jewelry, or even niche products like wellness supplements or skincare. But what if I told you there's a way to turn your creative skills into cash flow without all the risk and complexities of traditional product businesses? What if you could offer physical products tailored to your style without worrying about holding inventory or navigating the logistics? And better yet, what if you could choose the right products that align with your brand and audience without overcommitting upfront? This is where Printify comes in. So here's the deal. Most businesses that sell physical products need to make a big upfront investment. If you want to sell supplements, for example, you might have to place an order in the hundreds or even thousands. And that's before you even know whether your products will sell. If they don't, then that's a lot of inventory you're stuck with and hard-earned cash down the drain. Printify flips that on its head with its print-on-demand model, which is a complete game changer. With Printify, you don't have to worry about pre-ordering anything. You only pay for the product and shipping once someone actually makes a purchase from your store. No more risk of unsold inventory sitting in your garage or a warehouse. And here's the kicker. Printify isn't just great for creating novelty products, it's also perfect for building a business or personal brand. Printify gives you the flexibility to offer your audience high quality items with your own specific branding, helping you stand out and build a unique presence. Here's how it works in 5 simple steps. First, pick a niche. You might have a specific idea in mind, like custom supplements or unique designs on everyday items like mugs and t-shirts. The world's your oyster, just choose something that you're passionate about. Step 2, browse through the endless Printify catalogue. They have everything from skincare to supplements to stylish apparel. Printify has everything to find products that align with your brand vision. Step 3, now this is the fun part. You can create your own designs or work with a designer to upload them to the products you've chosen. You can do everything from motivational quotes or sleek product branding. Step 4, once your products and designs are ready, you simply link your Printify account to your Shopify store. The process is seamless, no need for complicated integrations. Step number 5, now you can focus on marketing. Whether you're sharing products on TikTok, running Facebook ads, collaborating with influencers, the beauty of Printify is it handles all the printing and shipping, so you can just focus on growing your brand. It's never been easier to get started. Plus, the quality and margins are better than ever, making it a win-win for aspiring entrepreneurs. So if you're ready to create a business that works for you, no matter how big or small, head to the link in my description to get started with Printify today. Number 4, the Brainwave Bank. I want to take you back to when you were in school and that moment where everything just clicked. That one teacher or tutor who explained a concept in a way that made it seem simple, when before it felt impossible. Teaching has the unique power to transform, and the beauty of it is that we all have something valuable to teach, whether we realise it or not. But here's where many of us get stuck. You might think that to become a tutor, you need a degree in education, formal teaching experience, or credentials. But the truth is, you don't. Personal experience, a genuine passion for helping others, and a deep understanding of the subject matter is enough. When I see students working all hours under the sun in bar, cafe, or supermarket jobs, I weep, because they're probably on minimum wage when they could be working far less hours for a much higher hourly rate, teaching the subject they're studying anyway to people at an earlier stage than them. What I mean by this is, if you're a medical student, you could easily be tutoring biology, chemistry, or maths to A-level students. And the same applies for business, history, art, anything. If there's a subject that you've excelled in, sciences, maths, languages, or even something a little bit more niche like coding or creative writing, you've got knowledge that can help others, and that can be exchanged for cash. Even better, teaching is an evidence-based way to cement your knowledge via the connections in your brain, meaning you excel in the subject even more. So here's how you can get started right now. First, begin with what you know by focusing on subjects you've done well in, whether it's a school subject or coding or writing. Next, use an online platform that lets you set your rates. Select your subjects and tutor from anywhere. And step number 3, just start. The more students you tutor, the more you hone your skills, and you can build a reputation and client base for yourself. And before you know it, you have a successful side gig under your belt. Number 5, the remote renaissance. Does the idea of working remotely sound like a dream? Freedom, flexibility, working in your pajamas, but then the reality hits. How do you even start? And how do you find something stable? The good news is that remote working is no longer a distant dream. It's a booming reality. According to recent studies, nearly 30% of the global workforce is now working remotely full time. And it's projected that over 50% of the workforce will be fully remote by 2027. The pandemic accelerated this shift. Remote working has now become a mainstream way of working, especially in industries like tech, marketing, and customer service. So how do you find roles that match your skills and lifestyle? Whilst many remote opportunities do require technical skills, the rise of virtual assistants, social media managers, and online educators has made it even easier to break into remote working with minimal upfront experience. Best part, many of these roles offer flexibility, allowing you to design a work schedule that suits your lifestyle. And platforms like LinkedIn are loaded with listings for remote positions. And with the demand of virtual roles only increasing, now is the perfect time to upskill and apply. Sit down and get familiar with remote tools like Slack, Teams, Notion, and Zoom, many of which you may already use at work, and sift through what's available until you find a remote job that sticks. Finally, number 6, the circle of influence. Now, what kind of content creator would I be if I didn't tell you about the power of content creation as a side hustle? It's allowed me to buy my first home, travel, and carve out a future of financial flexibility. And I know you probably scroll through TikTok and YouTube and think, I could definitely do that. And then the doubt starts to creep in. Do I have enough followers? Is my content good enough? What will people think? Is social media too saturated? Is there even any point in starting now, or is it too late? All the exact same things went through my head before I started 5 years ago. But here's the secret, you don't need millions of followers to make money from content creation. According to a study by Influencer Marketing Hub, 82% of consumers say they are highly likely to follow the recommendation of a micro-influencer. Micro-influencers also tend to have more loyal niche audiences, which can often make them even more valuable to brands. So while growing your followers may seem important, it's actually engagement that matters. But what what if I told you you don't even need followers to make a considerable amount of money from social media? Let me introduce you to UGC, otherwise known as user-generated content. This is content that you can create for brands to use on their social media pages. Hence, it doesn't rely on the number of followers you have, just the quality of the content that you can create. And all you need to get started is your phone and products that you already have and love. So how do you get started? Well, the most important thing is just to start. Share what you love consistently, and over time, as you build a niche audience, opportunities for brand partnerships and affiliate marketing will come. Everything I learned about social media, I found right here on YouTube. How to edit, how to make thumbnails, how to script, everything. The internet is a goldmine of information you can access completely for free just by searching. If you combine that with what you're passionate about, there is no way that you won't succeed. Now you know 6 easy side hustles to explore in 2025. But you may want to know how to make money in your sleep by clicking here on my millionaire payday routine. Or maybe you want to watch this video that has been specifically recommended for you based on what you're interested in. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah! The battery was just about to die and I finished just in time.
Yeah, baby.